Hi, I'm Dave Doherty, PGA head golf professional here at the fabulous Prairie Creek Golf Course located outside of Billings, Montana, near the town of Huntley. Today I'm with these three lovely ladies here who are going to help demonstrate to us some of their past injuries and how we can undo some of those problem areas of theirs and make them a better ball striker. In this series, we'll be looking for the most perfect balance with an organized triangle around a pivot point. And you're asking, what's this mean? Well, anything we do in life evolves around how we can turn easily. So what we'd like to discuss with this, on our balance point, let's find this high center of gravity, which would be somewhere up in this part of our body. The higher we can keep this up around a predetermined pivot point, whether it's forward or back, with an organized triangle of the hands and arms that match the club face, the easier it is for us to rotate and deliver this club head consistently into the golf ball for perfect strikes every time. Let's demonstrate the three most important things I feel are the easiest roadmap of learning how to hit a golf ball. Let's start with the pivot point. As we know, anytime we take a stance somewhere and have equal footing, we can't rotate around anything without undoing the balance. There's a lot of mistakes that happen when this occurs. The minute we rock off somewhere that we started from, we now have to have a lifting motion to create a turn. Well, those are two separate things that work against everything that involves balance. Here's what I feel is more important. Let's learn, if we want to have middle as a starting point by these props on the ground, if I straddle this center and have equal balance, I'm in trouble. So let's make an adjustment. Let's pick a front side pivot, and it only has to be a little out of center. That way there's a little bit more weight on this front hip flexor. It allows me then, with my high center of gravity, to move this perfect triangle out of the way with ease and return it to the same spot that I locked it up. I'm going to demonstrate that here with a few shots. So if I find the center point position, get my perfect triangle organized, and I do it this way. Anything on the ground, I want to come in with my right hand for you right-handers, left for lefties, and I want to set this radius as good as I can tall. Then I want to set my center of gravity up as tall as I can get, set my weight or pivot point, so I'm going to pick one to the left, and I'm going to move this handle to my dead center. Once I connect this perfect triangle with a high center of gravity, my job is to get it moving and me out of the way for perfect balance and perfect strike every time. Now, the only way we can make a mistake in this, if I don't have my weight set, I've got a perfect triangle and I'm rounded down. When that occurs, any rounding down, we have to stand up out of something and make a secondary move to recapture what we lost. So if a front side pivot is what you choose for balance, so be it. There's also a backside pivot, and this is what this would look like. Center, to me, does not exist. So I will move forward to center a little bit more, slide a little bit weight over on this hip flexor, come in with this, center of gravity tall, right arm, forward to center, lock up to perfect triangle and work around this hip flexor for a backside perfect swing. So either way you look at it, the ground will predetermine where you can turn around with the most efficiency. And the secret is, let's keep that center of gravity high when we lock up that grip. We're here with one of our first of three students, Julie Olson, and we're going to teach you, Julie, how to relearn a new pattern in your golf swing. Right. Are you up to the challenge?
Absolutely.
Okay, now Julie's going to hit a few golf balls for us with her traditional swing that she's learned over the past 15, 20 years. And it is a good one, albeit. We're going to do another one here. I'm going to give her one more opportunity here to get organized her way. Then we're going to put her in what I think is a better organizational picture. Good bounce to the front side. Now, Julie, let's come in with the right hand like we were talking about earlier in my video here. Come in with the right hand first. Come on up here a little closer to it. There, shut that shaft up tall. There. Now set your pivot point, left or right, however you want. Now lock up that perfect triangle. Now, once you're connected, you're ready to go. Now let's hit a few balls. Good. Good sound. Yeah. Wonderful divot.
All right, boy, that feels all closed.
Closed it around it, okay? I'll put the ball down.
All right.
Take your left hand off because you're not locked into that position yet until you find your weight. Lock up that left hand in stronger grip towards me. There you go. Keep your right hand right where it's at. Now just close it. You're done. You lost your left hand grip. The right hand places the length. Weight Left hand connects to triangle, we're done. Good. Just connect the triangle. The elbows look like they're facing one another. Weights to the front side. The hands are right.
Oh, yeah.
Get the triangle moving first. Go into your wonderful turn that you've practiced all your life.
Still blading.
So we're still blading, so that tells me we're still coming up from an old pattern. You're still raising up from an old pattern. And that's due to a lot of the tightness here. Now for some of you at home watching this here now, we're going to do one of her patterns right here. We're going to connect this left hand. We're going to put it a little stronger over here, which organizes that elbow joint inward. Now we're going to connect this one here this way that organizes this elbow joint to match it. Wonderful. That's a little stronger grip to the side. Perfect. Perfect.
Whoa.
Notice we hit the ball a lot higher, didn't we? Beautiful. Wonderful release of the triangle. Wonderful release of that triangle.
Wait, that's all it's set up.
Folks, what we're coming back to, 99.9% of everything we're going to do in a golf swing is based on our setup. So let's get that perfect triangle organized to the highest center of gravity to the pivot point.
Stood up again.
Stood up. So that tells us if we stood up, we had too much
Down.
down.
Yep.
So we had to stand up and try to turn. That commitment has to be from this position. Let's change the knees. This one's bent a little bit more than that one. Got that connection over here. There's your perfect triangle. Now, just let the hands swing the triangle. Good. Hi, we're here now with Amy Cantrell. Amy, how long have you been playing golf here? Pryor Creek Golf Course.
Oh, here, probably a couple years.
A couple years, and how long's your golfing career been?
About 10 years.
About 10 years, and I know you've been going through some body organizations like I have through the Feldenkrais method, and you've made great strides in your body organizing because I've seen it in you in the past few years. So what I'd like to have you do for us is go ahead and demonstrate your abilities here, and I'll see what I might tweak with you and see if we can get you a little bit better.
Okay.
Fair enough?
Yes.
Good. Let's get started. Oh, that's a wonderful turn, wonderful swing. Folks at home, look at that wonderful balance. She's worked hard the past few years getting that body organized. Now, come in that right hand, set that weight. Center of gravity is nice and tall. Connect that triangle. You're free to go. Now, there's a little thin shot here, folks. If you saw that, she's a little out of balance. I think she was a little too rigid in the legs. The hips in, that means your commitment was too far tilted forward.
Okay.
You lost the connection to the ground. So if you have your knees bent slightly, the front one a little bit, knees bent, that's the angle that you will lock up. The hips will then respond to the turn. There. Those angles shouldn't change if we're properly turning with the hips, everything. Those angles will not change. Get your weight set where you want to be. Now, folks at home, I'm going to show you her setup position one more time here, and this is what I'm going to do to help Amy here. Go ahead, Amy, sit in here. Now, there's one good key position here that looks wonderful at home, but it has a detriment to the takeaway. Go ahead, Amy, go ahead, lock it up. Now, we'll notice that this elbow joint is facing down. That means this is going up. We need to organize it so they face each other. There is a well-organized, these two form a nice, wonderful triangle. You're down this way, it takes a tremendous amount of roll to get you out of balance. Okay, now let's hit a few shots with this. Hold back to center, weights on that right hip. There's your lockup. Beautiful. As you can see, folks, she's got a lot of power in this golf swing with a very effortless move. Very well done, Amy. Thank you very much.
Dave.
Hi, we're here right now with a very special friend of mine, my personal mentor in the Feldenkrais training, Diana Gallardo. Diana, welcome to the show here. And I know people don't like to talk about age, but you are 76 years young that I'm aware of, and you have what I call probably the most organized bodies I've ever been around. And my special thanks to you anyway for the training. So I'm going to now try to help you with some of your own knowledge based on some of my knowledge and see if we can't make this wonderful body of yours perform a great golf swing.
Thank you.
Beautiful. Beautiful. Lock up that. As you can tell, Diana comes in with both hands locked on the golf course club, which isn't a bad thing if you know exactly where your weight is with that perfect triangle. Now, I think you're a little too close to it. That caught that right close to this side, so that tells me we're just a little too close to that. Hands up. There, now sit down. Beautiful. Beautiful. Wonderful balance, wonderful swing there. Wonderful. Wonderful. So let's find a nice high position here. Organize the triangle. Those are nice and high. Check that right elbow. Beautiful. Now you're up tall in the follow through. Of course, this is a new dimension for her to get a little wider than she's been. Now, whatever angles you set in the knees with a high center of gravity must remain relative. So if there's a bend in both knees, you'll have a bend in both knees somewhere in your backswing. Almost the perfect move right there. Almost the perfect move right there. We hope you learned a little bit something today about some of the teachings that are possible, learning the highest center of gravity, rotating around the pivot point with a perfect triangle involved. Keep checking the BALC webpage for our future teachings down the road. We'll see you then.